When you play the topspin, you need to find this feeling. See what I'm doing here? These two parts of your body should move together. If you do the movement like this, try doing it this way. Try it again like this. And again, like this. Your second attempt should feel more coordinated than the first. This applies to many of our topspin shots. It's the same principle. Ask yourself, is that right? Many people loop like this. But have you seen on TV, does anyone loop the ball like this? Observe carefully. Don't just watch their playing arm. Look at their non-playing arm. What is it doing? Is it just stuck here, motionless? Look at what Yuan Lyson does. Yuan Lyson, maybe not the best example. Yuan does this more. Fan Zhendong does this more. Ma Long does this more. Why do we loop like this, while they loop like this? Right, this arm definitely has a purpose. It helps you find coordination. It helps you generate more power in your topspin. Right, so stop focusing only on this side. First, master this side, then you can think about increasing power. When you want better continuity, coordination, rhythm, and quality, then try incorporating this side. See, right, isn't that it? Think about it. Is there anyone on TV like this? Anyone like this? Just placing this hand here and looping like this. They all have this kind of feeling, right? So why do they do that? So, the first step is to find this feeling. First, find this feeling. Get your whole body coordinated first. Then we'll move to the second point. Doing this makes weight transfer smoother, of course. It's very smooth. Try it yourself and you'll see. Just try it like this. Compare this way and that way, see which is more comfortable. Of course, this is just the simplest first step. Next is the real gem that Coach Sun taught me. Let me show you a couple. Let's get into today's key content. Let me demonstrate 2 shots. Watch. Our power transfer, of course, still follows the triangle principle. It starts from the feet. That foundation doesn't change. It's just that when you master that part, you can add these elements in. Watch me do continuous shots. Honestly, looping like this feels awful. Looping like this is really uncomfortable. Why? Because this arm isn't moving, right? But when we tuck the other hand in, it feels great. You might not see the difference, but try it yourself and you'll know. It's much smoother. See, just turn it over. I incorporate this movement, and every shot feels fluid. You probably can't tell, but try it yourself. This way, when I loop, I have my own shaking rhythm. It feels very comfortable, instead of each shot being stiff. Look at my first movement. My loop is very rigid. Now look at my second movement. I don't know if you can see it, but I have this feeling. I have this shaking sensation. This shaking helps me find the rhythm, find the contact point. It's very comfortable. Now for the key insight, the real secret. This is also from Coach Sun. It's called the X theory. What is the X theory? Well, before we play the topspin, even though we've always focused on this side, right? But if you want to improve your shot quality further, listen up. Remember, at the moment you finish this, your non-playing arm should also work with me to find the feeling of loading power onto this leg. Don't just think only this side is loading power. Right now, at the beginner stage, when you first learn the triangle, it's fine to focus on this side. But when you want to advance further, remember to add your non-playing arm. It can help solve many issues: coordination, power, recovery. Your non-playing arm is key for all this. The loop isn't just about this arm. Not just this one. This one needs to join in too. So, what should it do? Well, our first step, hip rotation, isn't like this, right? We always teach the forehand like this, right? Then, now we add something. We add this arm doing the same, connecting here and here. Connect here to here. Connect here to here. Why is it called X? See why it's an X. Can you see? X. X. We find this arm also sinking down with the body. This is the advanced steering wheel technique. The first step for the left arm is the steering wheel, like this. After adding this, the power goes here. See? Whether you do this, or this, or this, you channel the power from your core into this leg. This side also needs to load power. See, it should sink down too. That's our first step, the loading phase. Now for the cue point. After our hips push forward, we previously taught forehand loading like this, and acceleration like this. Load like this, accelerate like this, right? So, how do we add the non-playing arm? While I'm loading power like this, I add a forward thrust with my hips, and I find a pulling out sensation here. Can you see? This is the super important part. I practiced this with him this afternoon. After adding this, my forehand power increased massively. You might not believe me, let me explain again. When loading, this arm follows the hip, follows it to load power. To store energy, the whole body loads together. Then, when you accelerate, most of you might finish like this. Maybe end here. Or just stop here, right? But your power might stop here. It just dies here, right? So at this point, we add one thing. We add this. Not so exaggerated. We add a simultaneous forward push and a pulling out sensation here. See? Pulling out. Find this feeling. Watch. Find this feeling. This one. Why look for this feeling? Does that make sense? When we initiate the forward motion, why seek a pulling out sensation? 1. It makes my overall power application smoother. Okay, I look cool doing this, but you can try it yourself. You don't have to shake like me. Not like this. Don't overdo it. Just focus on pulling out. Just pull out. Why pull out? This is because, after pulling out, your whole body's forward momentum feels smoother. Think about your loop. See, moving through like this is very smooth. But if you do this, it's very stiff, especially during rallies. Look at a single shot. Watch me do it alone. You might not see a difference. Aren't they the same? This feels smooth too. Why do you insist that way is smoother? When you just watch me swing, you might not feel it. But once you practice continuous shots, try it, really. When you practice rallies, give it a try. This one detail can help your forehand find a windmill feeling. But try it yourself and you'll see. As I said, this is more for intermediate players. When practicing continuous shots, this technique is super fluid and comfortable. And also, while I'm pulling out, see how I'm turning out. But there's another point. After turning out, what else does it help with? What else does it help after pulling out? Anyone? What else does this help me with? Can anyone say it? Recovery, braking, not quite recovery. It's related to recovery, but what else does it help me with? What else? What else? Not recovery. Don't you see? It opens up. My thoracic spine opens up more. I'm telling you, this point is pure gold. Really, it's incredible. See how much more open I am here. Look, if I don't move this arm, my rotation stops here, right? But if I add this pulling out motion, my whole body rotates further this way. My chest opens up more. You know what that helps me do? It helps me hit with more power, right? Before, I stopped here, power gone. Right, but now, I turn to here. But now when I pull, see, it pulls my whole body through. Pulling through opens up the thoracic spine more. The body extends more fully, resulting in higher shot quality. This pulling motion also helps you better within this consistent framework to find the whipping sensation. Does anyone know what a consistent framework is? This is what we call a consistent framework. This is the consistent framework. This is about the continuity of the movement. As Coach Sun emphasizes, the flow of the movement, the continuity of the forehand structure. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Does it make sense? If so, let's continue. If not, I'll use less technical terms. What is movement consistency? It means when I use this structure, my whole body moves with this overall feeling. This is the consistent framework. See, my overall form is quite similar, right? Within this process, if you grip the racket with your fingers, you get a very good feel with your fingers, allowing you to find that whipping sensation. Otherwise, what happens? Otherwise, it's like this. Look at me in this posture. Within this consistent framework, it's hard to find the whipping feeling. What's a consistent framework? It's when we execute only the triangle theory. This is the consistent framework. Under consistent conditions, look at your whole body. See how relaxed my whole body is. It's constantly in motion, right? During this process, this actually lacks the whip, so your power won't be very high. In this case, you need to add a lot here. You need this part to contribute significantly. A lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. Only then do you get that whipping feeling, right? Can you see the difference between the two shots? The first one uses mostly body power, less from the arm and fingers. The second one, I use my fingers more. You can see this shot is much heavier, right? So, within this consistent framework, your fingers, wrist, and core need to work together. Your fingers and wrist need to be very active. That's how you produce that feeling. But why does pulling out help you find the whip better? Let me loop a few shots. Watch. First, I'll loop a few normally, without the pull-out. Watch the quality of my normal loops. I'm putting in full effort. Watch closely. Looks pretty good, right? But I can help you make it even better. This alone doesn't help much. That's consistency. See, if I don't pull out, my power stops here, right? The quality might look okay, but let me show you something more explosive. Now, let's add this non-playing arm action. First, the steering wheel. What's the steering wheel? It helps you release the power. The steering wheel guides you to release, to let it go. Right. First, you can see the quality is a bit higher, right? Then you add the elbow and the pull. Can you see the difference between the three methods? One has nothing added. One is wheel, wheel, wheel. One is the pull. 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 Can you see? Obvious, right? Very clear. Each one is better than the last, right? So, your non-playing arm is really important. Understand, everyone get it. How about against backspin? Let me show you how to loop backspin. I don't think I've actually looped backspin yet. He only taught me topspin today. So the principle is like this. See, what's my shot like if I don't move? If I don't move, I might just rotate to here. I turn here and stop, right? But when I move, watch. Whoa, can you hear the sound? See it? So much smoother. I'm pulling my whole body out. The forward motion is longer.
往前狗，再来两个，来啊，来，往外拽，能看到吗？来。
When I pull out, my whole body comes forward. He just taught me this afternoon. I haven't practiced after that. Just look at the first one, right? My normal quality. The power might be gone by here. But if I pull out, you can see my whole mass driving forward a lot more. With the first one, it's gone by here. With the second, I can throw it to this position. Let me try 2 more. My rubber is starting to grip too much. Okay, pull. Recover, pull.
收拽，收拽，我操！收拽啊，来啊，一个不丢啊，收拽，能看到吗？这个就是啊，再来啊。
Recover, pull. Again, recover, pull. Just loop a few. The principle is the same. The quality is obviously much higher and it will be even more pronounced on backspin. It adds even more noticeably on backspin. Do you know why? Because with backspin, you have less forward momentum. With backspin, there's less forward drive. With topspin, you go perfectly forward. With backspin, you need a bit more friction, a bit more arc. Right, so when you loop backspin, you don't have as much forward power. Right, compared to topspin, where I go straight forward. With backspin I might have to sink down more. But doing this helps me move forward more. Normally, my forehand might only reach here. My forehand might only get here, the forward power. But when I loop again, it takes me to here. The overall quality increases massively. If you're just starting and know nothing, just practice first. Don't try to loop like me right away. Don't copy my loop yet. If you start with no foundation and just loop out, you'll just pull out. You'll definitely lose control, just like I did at first. So what should you do first? Look for this feeling first. Look for this. Like Coach Sun talked about driving car, the steering wheel theory. Use both hands to find this first. Find this. That alone can already help you expand your range. Compared to this, it already helps you expand further. It adds distance. If you haven't practiced, or if your hand control doesn't feel that good yet, add this first. Don't jump straight to learning this from me, okay? First, stabilize this basic motion. After you stabilize this, then you add this on top. And once you get the hang of it, you can even shake into it. It becomes even smoother when you shake. When you first start, you follow this trajectory. Just start by following this path. Then, once you get a bit more, once it feels smoother, you can become more casual.